juice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in live here on Beaufort. Sorry for the late start here. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Outlet kind of reset on us, so we had to get that restarted. But we are good to go now here in the first round of the district boys baseball South Carolina 3A state playoffs. For the commentary, my name is Javon Livingston, and on the color, you got the wonderful Thomas Erdell here right beside me. How you doing tonight, Thomas?
I'm good, Vaughn. Excited to see my friend Malcolm Webb on the mound for the Eagles. He used to go to school with me at Country Montessori. Came over to Beaufort High to play baseball, and excited to see him get this playoff start tonight. Started out well with a quick 1-2 inning. Now you see Zach Talbert dig in here for the Eagles. I'm excited to see this matchup because I was talking to Mr. Daniel Connolly earlier, the father of Mason Connolly, Beaufort's starting second baseman for tonight, as Talbot flies out to center field there for a quick first out. And he was telling me that Gilbert actually beat Beaufort 11-0 in the first game of the season in a tournament. So and he was telling me that Beaufort hadn't really filled out their lineup yet. They didn't know where people were going to hit, what the order, who the starting pitchers were going to be. So now with Mason coming up second in the lineup tonight, and he'll send that one out in right field. Had to pause and make sure that wasn't caught there for a second. And after the quick fly out from Zach Talbert, Mason Connolly getting on base. Mr. Daniel telling me second base is his natural position. He was just playing shortstop. But Dominic Macho back there tonight is Logan batting third, the Charleston Southern commit, as I'm sure y'all have heard me say so many times this season. And he'll take a swing at that first pitch, fouled off to the left side. And the other Charleston Southern commit, Hudson Mullen, in the on-deck circle. So he got pitched to two Division I commits back-to-back. Logan Brucher being a junior and Hudson Mullen being just a sophomore.
Yeah, I'm excited to see these guys. Yeah, they've played really well this season, on and off. They played a lot of above competition. So to see exactly what they're made of, and they got Conley tied up in between first and second, going to get that second out.
And a great step off from the pitcher there to get him in the rundown. Connolly trying to show off that speed, and that hit erased almost immediately. Now 2 outs, and Logan down 0-1 in the count. But that'll be ball one, even the count at 1-1. To match his jersey number of number 11. And, for Beaufort, they're actually feeling good about that. You get your second batter on base. Brucher will not be able to beat that throw. That'll be the third out. And quick innings for both pitchers there. Gilbert giving up a hit, but taken away almost immediately.
Yeah, both teams, going really quick up and down, with the 3 outs. And so Beaufort able to get a runner on base, but still gets caught up in between first and second. It's almost just dispatched a hair longer of an inning. So we reached the bottom of the first inning. Just to remind everybody, if you're tuning into our stream today, you like what you see, you can always like that. hit the wrong button there, but you can always text Beaufort to 801-801 to donate and help support our coverage of local high school sports. That's Beaufort to 801-801. But thank you everybody for tuning in here this evening for the first round. Double elimination is the playoffs. Yeah. Double elimination here for the playoffs. So these two teams will square off 2 times, and then they'll go right for the rest of the pool play to move on.
Yeah, it's interesting talking to the athletic director yesterday, telling us, even if Beaufort loses this game, they still play again Thursday, and then if they win Thursday, they'll play Saturday. So double elimination. It's the same way in the NCAA postseason format. So interesting to see that in high school. I was not aware that's what they did for this. So Beaufort hoping they can win just both games and move on smoothly. But it's not the end of the world if you lose one of the games. You still have a third game. It's do or die.
Yeah, and I mean that's a good thing because especially if you have a situation where it's two really good teams get matched up, they could split that 1-1. Not and that's a good opportunity for a team, to get the bad end because with baseball you can go either way. Even if a team wins a game 5-1, it could swing the other way really fast. Just a matter of just who gets the good hits that day.
And see Malcolm Webb heading back out there on the mound. Top of the second now. Quick first inning on both sides. And now the batter calling for time before the first pitch is even thrown. And Matt Edwards, number 9, will take ball 1. And ball 2 low there from Webb to Matt Edwards. And in the starts that we've been to for Malcolm Webb, generally the first few innings he's had have gone really well, and it kind of goes downhill from there. Obviously, Beaufort, he's the game 1 starter here in these playoffs, but Beaufort trying to turn that around and trying to get him to go, deeper into these games. Just got to get in sync with his catchers. He's down the count 3-0 and finally throws a strike there to make it 3-1. Still a hitter's count for Matt Edwards, but great pitch there from Malcolm Webb. And that pitch fouled off. Will run the count full at 3-2. That one going to be sent out into center field, and Zach Talbert will catch that. And great job from Malcolm Webb battling back from down 3-0 in the count, getting to a full count, and just get in contact on the ball and let his defense do the work behind him.
Yeah, those guys do a good job out there in the outfield. I mean, for the most part, they pretty much catch every pop fly that comes that way. I think maybe we might have seen one drop ball so far this season.
Yeah, definitely. They've got a great defensive outfield there, as that one's sent out to left. And Logan Brucher, they're going to say that ball got down.
And speaking of not catching a pop fly, there goes one right there.
I was getting ready to praise him for making a great diving catch. Obviously we can't see that far out there. The umps can, but that one called safe. Great piece of hitting. Good effort from Brucher out there in left field. But that outfield trio. When we were here last week against West Ashley, Thomas Purdy, number 6, out there in right field, had a nice diving play. Zach Talbert's caught a couple that have flown out to him tonight. Just a great defensive outfield for the Eagles. 1 out and a runner on for Gilbert here as Webb fires in the strike. Jake Corbett at the plate, the lefty.
And then taking their turn to try to get a tag out there on first base.
Yeah, Gilbert probably learning from that mistake, to not run whenever that pitcher's stepping off like that. That was just a great play by Gilbert starting pitchers. Webb fires in another strike. Now heading to count 0-2. Pitching well here early on. And Beaufort unable to turn the double play, but they get the go-ahead runner. Saw Dominic Camacho at shortstop flip that ball to Mason Connolly over at second base, who tried to make a throw to Bower Sox at first, but Beaufort, even though they didn't get the double play, they'll be happy with that. They got the lead runner. Now 2 outs. Cooper James now at the plate. That one fouled off short and left. Chase McKelvey ran over from third base, but unable to get to it in time. Kind of died out in midair there. Count even at 1-1.
And I tell you what, though, the one thing I do like, I followed Gilbert's athletic page earlier last year for football season. That one hit straight to the middle. Looks like they're gonna attempt to bring a runner home and to make the play tag at home.
What a
And
defensive play by the Eagles. And Hudson Mullen is fired up after applying that tag.
Yeah, he's the fiery one for them. He gets fired up. He's the one that gets all the trouble. He's already been suspended once this year. He's the fiery guy for them, and that's just a great baseball play right there for that one to make it past the shortstop and then get it thrown back into home plate. Is just a great play by those guys.
Making up for that dropout there. Brucher throwing that one in. Chance Jennings was running as fast as he could there on the way to home plate and able to get the ball in, keep the game scoreless. Now Hudson Mullen, who just applied that tag, coming up to the plate, looking to do something offensively for the Eagles. And first pitch swinging. And that's going to drop in. And he is safe, beating out the throw. And the soft tapper down to the third base side. He beats out that throw, and up comes Carter Bower Sox. No outs, and now a pinch runner for Hudson Mullen.
Yeah, I'm about to say it says a lot if he gets he gets an infield base hit there because he always gets a base runner, not the fastest guy, definitely for sure on
Great
the team.
hustle down the line as They bring in a pinch runner for him, and now Carter Bowersox stepping into the box. Got the nice arm sleeve on tonight, playing first base. And with speed on the base pass, Beaufort looking to get a steal there. Pitcher had to check him over at first base. Bowersox looking to bunt there, but pulled it back.
For everyone tuning in at home, don't be shy in the comments. Let us know who you're rooting for. Let's get a go Gilbert, go Beaufort, go Indians, go Eagles. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're tuning in from here in state, out of state, your grandmother, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, definitely don't be shy in the
Whatever your
comments.
affiliation is, we gotta know who you
We
going
gotta
for.
know. We gotta know.
Swing and a miss there from Bowersox.
And strike one, I thought the count was 1-1, but it's got one on the strike.
I believe it is 1-1.
Yeah,
They
that's what
just
I thought.
haven't changed it. I'm
We gotta
not
pay
exactly.
attention to the catcher here. I mean, the
Yeah,
umpire here, real
yeah.
quick. On the next pitch. This exactly.
Bowersox calls for time there. Let's see, straps on the gloves a bit tighter. Got to get that good grip with those gloves on the bat. And now he steps back into the box. And with the runner going, and that'll get through. With the runner already going, he's going to make his way to third. And he'll slide in safely and heads up base running from the Eagles. The runner was already going. It did not matter as Bowersox sent that one into center field right past the second baseman.
I said, well, I guess at this point it doesn't matter what the count was at the base.
I mean,
runners on the corners now for the Eagles.
Jaden Andrews with runners on the corners and no out. Chance to give Beaufort the lead here. The bottom of the second.
But yeah, like I
Right.
was saying earlier, I'm excited with Gilbert and how they run their program. I followed their athletics page earlier in the year from when we covered that football playoff game, and I like what they do. They give guys out, they earn T-shirts, get the Indian approved and the Adidas brand, and so it's nice what they do. To promote their athletes and stuff and getting them to the next level, getting them involved in college, promoting their students and stuff like that. So I do like the way they run their
Yeah, Mr.
athletics program.
Daniel was telling me earlier that they have great facilities up there for baseball. They've got a really nice locker room where the players can, just go and change right in that facility. And he said it was just a good trip up there and enjoyable experience to play against them. And even obviously it sucks for them that they lost 11-0, but at least
Yeah.
the trip was worthwhile.
I tell you what, though, I took that trip for volleyball. I had to go up there for a playoff game, and I really learned how long Two Notch Road. I don't know if it's more than one. I think it's just one long road. We had this conversation before off stream when we said they were playing Gilbert. You going to USC? When you get to USC, man, you are going to really learn how long Two Notch Road is. If you need to do anything, just take Two Notch Road.
And now Bowersox is attempting to steal there. He gets chased back to first base.
Hey, shout out to Christopher Jones. We got a Let's Go Eagles watching from Tampa, Florida. How you doing, Chris?
Tampa, Florida. A long ways away, but go Eagles nonetheless for them.
Oh,
Bowersox
with the
again.
reverse play, with the reverse throw. Nice technique there on the mound to pretend like he was going for the first base tag.
They're arguing about whether that's a balk or not.
Yeah, he's supposed to stand when he does the spin move. He's supposed to step off the mound. I guess that's what Coach Monahan is arguing. I'm not the baseball aficionado. I don't know about you if you know that rule or not.
I'm gonna be honest, like I think I know it is, but I don't think I've ever actually like seen it happen. So
Right,
even if like it happened, like it would take the umpire being, oh, that's a balk, and like I need to see the replay to
right.
exactly break down what's happened. So there's see Coach Monahan talking it over with the umpires.
You see, he
Now,
puts his hands out as in telling everybody to calm down. So I think that was the call that got it right. I think going to keep base runner on third base. So still runners on the corner for the Eagles.
and for Jaden Andrews, he probably just watched a hit.
Right.
And obviously, the Eagles hoping it was a balk, but now that they have the no call, he just steps back into the box and he's ready to hit ahead of the count 1-0. Fouls that one off. Straight back to that right side.
Yeah,
Well
over
out
to
of
that
play.
side road there. And I tell you what, future lessons during the spring, if I'm not filming the game, I will not drive down this road.
At least not during game time.
Game time. Got to check the schedule before you make that turn, man. And all this fly balls fly straight out of there to the street, man.
I gotta say, when I was walking up earlier, I got here about 5:10, the earliest I've ever been here before game started. Usually I get here about 30, 20 minutes before it starts, but I was here, about an hour, 15 minutes early. And the softball team was over in the batting cages, and they hit one over to the sidewalk where I was walking, so I had to run and go grab it, hand it back to him. But the second time of softball, the foul balls come my way. A couple weeks ago, one of the games we were at.
I say,
So far,
speaking
a
of,
baseball hasn't
I
come
need,
our way, but I see you got your glove there,
I
so
say,
you're
yeah,
ready.
speaking of, I need to put my glove on just in case another one fouled off. This time goes over the street into the woods there.
Deer beware, or any animals back there for that matter.
Somebody's getting a concussion. Knock a bird out of the tree there.
Down 1-2 in the count now is Jaden Andrews.
Eye in the corners there on the mound.
And that one outside to make the count even at 2-2. Runners on the corners, no outs still for Jaden Andrews. Carter Bauer Sox ever so slightly increasing that lead over there at first base. And Bauer Sox is going. And the double play, but a runner will score. Great defensive play for Gilbert. And the runner from third will score as the Eagles take the lead. And now Chase McKelvey will come up to the plate. Gilbert obviously probably not too happy about giving up the run, but at least it wasn't more as they were able to turn two on that double play as Chase McKelvey, number 2, comes up to the plate.
I say, the bright side, like I said, of course, no one's ever going to be happy about giving up a run, but you eliminate the scoring threat. You have nobody on base now at that point. You got to look at the positive side of things, I guess.
McKelvey sends that one out in the left center. That'll drop, and he is rounding first. A throw, not in time, and a double will bring Thomas Purdy to the plate. And walking out to California Love. Love to see that. And, last game, Jaden Andrews was DHing for Thomas Purdy. We didn't get to see him hit, but now he's in the lineup as well as in the field last game with Ashley when we were here. As McKelvey trying to steal third there. Purdy also rocking the arm sleeve.
So I guess that's the young person thing. I rocked a couple of those back when I was like 19, 20 years old when those first tattoo arm sleeves first came out.
And Purdy, as he does so often, attempting to bunt there, hit straight into the net.
And just doing a quick camera check. All of ours are still good,
And he's probably the only person on Beaufort that I Obviously, it's a safety squeeze, runner on third. They're trying to hit it to the first base side, but he's not the only player they actively encourage to bunt. Is with his speed, he can beat out the throws, and we've seen him so many times this season. You lay down a bunt and be able to beat it out.
Yeah, so yeah, wide receiver 3 right there for the Eagles there on that football team at Colorado State. Got the Thomas Purdy, the speedster that was out there all season for them.
Yeah, I saw recently, he's committed to Clemson, or the Citadel, excuse me, not Clemson, the Citadel. So interesting to see if he'll play any sports for them. But right now he's in the batter's box and he'll take a swing and a miss. He'll now go down 0-2 in the count, and probably won't see him bunt here, as if on the third strike, if the bunt goes foul, that counts as the third strike. So look for him to swing the bat and try and protect here down 0-2. Anything relatively close, I'd imagine he'd swing at. So McKelvey trying to get a lead off second base, and that one fouled straight back. Jake Torbett on the mound trying to finish off this inning. That one fouled off straight
Right
back.
over our heads.
Thomas Purdy battling here. Still 0-2, making Jake Corbett work for this out. And McKelvey will get back to second and in time. The umpire signals safe. And strike 3. Jake Corbett will punch out Thomas Purdy.
That's gonna bring
the
up the
third
end.
out.
Yeah, and that's gonna bring up the end of the second inning here on Beaufort Tone. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right on back.
That one's going to drop, and safe is the call. They're going to say Webb was off the bag. And a great effort there from Mason Connolly trying to shovel that ball Malcolm Webb trying to cover first base. And a leadoff hit there for the Indians. Crew Morris in that number 8 spot. Now Scott Hardy. And Gilbert's lineup about to turn over. Scott Hardy batting at the bottom of the lineup as he'll square up to bunt and strike one there. Mullen tried to reach back and catch that. Unable to.
Lining up for the bunt.
And strike 3. Scott Hardy is struck out by Malcolm Webb for the first out of the inning. And now Gilbert's lineup will turn over. And Gavin Shantz trying to advance that runner on first. As Webb will check the runner at first now. Able to get back to the bag in time. And the runner going, Mullen. And that one will not be in time. And the runner safe at second base. Successful stolen base attempt there. And Chance ahead in the count 1-0. Now laying the bunt down. Webb will throw to first for the second out. And now with a runner on third, 2 outs. It's up to Ethan Etheridge to at least tie this game for the Indians. Strike 1 from Webb fired in there. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, a free one there. Free one there. That one, kind of hit the dirt.
And now Webb looking to get out of this inning. No runs allowed. Gilbert trying to at least tie the game. And swing and a miss. And Webb does it again, getting out of the inning, allowing no runs.
Gonna bring us to the middle of the third inning. Just a reminder today, if you're enjoying our stream today, don't forget you can always text Beaufort to 801-801 to donate and help support our coverage of local high school sports. It's Beaufort 801-801. So kind of excited. This is our first season covering spring sports. Getting some soccer. But I've actually done one soccer game before, right before COVID hit. That was my first actual spring sports game. But my first season doing baseball, softball. I did some lacrosse games as well. And so far, even just with the addition of this one shot right here, which I talk about every stream now since I've added it, but
Yeah,
it makes a big difference. Yeah.
I saw earlier whenever McKelvey was on second base, because obviously I'm looking straight forward, looking out of the field, but I looked over at your laptop, to see that shot, and you could see McKelvey in the frame on second base. So I just thought that was really cool. You could see all
Yeah.
three players, or four technically, including the catcher, in one shot. See the pitcher, batter, catcher, and then I could see McKelvey at second base. So that was really cool to see all that.
I love it. So, just hoping to expand and to grow and, going on, next year be year two as far as being able to kind of do it, year round for streaming for us, over here at Beaufort High. And so looking to continue to grow and hopefully we can get more kids in the future when I start advertising for that. So.
See Dominic Camacho. His first at bat of the game. And strike one called there.
Strike two there in a row. Torbett throwing a little bit of heat there towards Camacho.
Yeah, and Camacho, his first at bat of the game. And he finds himself down 0-2 instantly, but a ball there as the count goes to 1-2. Batting at the bottom of this lineup. Zach Talbert on deck to turn the lineup over for the Eagles. And that's going to get through for Camacho. And after finding himself down 0-2, he battles back to send a single out in the right field. And now Zach Talbert turn the lineup over. Talbert stepping into the batter's box for the second time tonight. And Corbett throwing in a strike there. Corbett with the second pitch of that bat on the way. And the runner going. Talbert's going to send that out into center field. And Camacho, with the ball being dropped, will advance to third. Talbot thought about going second, but Gilbert was able to get the ball in, and now Mason Connolly will come up to the plate with an RBI opportunity. No outs, runners on the corners, just like the last inning. It was Jaden Andrews at the plate who had runners on the corners and no outs. And now Mason Connolly, we saw him get a hit earlier, which was erased by his failed stolen base attempt, but see what he can do here, trying to increase the Eagles' lead. Talbot able to get back over quickly. And with Talbot going, and a successful stolen base attempt for Zach Talbot, and now runners on second and third. Now Torbett facing an uphill battle, no outs, 2 runners in scoring position. He's ahead on Connolly, 0-2. You hear the Gilbert fans in the background trying to hype their pitcher up here. And Connolly fouling that pitch off to the left side. Logan Brucher on deck for the Eagles. And that pitch high for ball 2. Or runs the count full there at 3-2. Or no, now back to 1-2. It went from 2-2 to 3-2, now back to 1-2. Make me forget what the count is there, but correctly resets it to 1-2 on that scoreboard over there. Connolly steps out for a minute, steps back in. And swing and a miss for the first out. Now Logan Brucher.
Left fielder, at 11, Logan Beaufort.
With Hudson Mullen on deck, Brucher calls time. And they're going to intentionally walk Logan Brucher, it looks like, to pitch to Mullen. And with the bases loaded, 1 out, Mullen has home run capability.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think you worry about, Brucher probably making more contact than the Hudson Mullen maybe.
We've already
But
seen
if
him beat
Mullen
out that
makes
throw.
contact, but say Mullen makes contact, he's got some power. He doesn't look like he's a tall, lanky kid, but he definitely can send that one over the gate.
Yeah, and even earlier, when he didn't make a lot of contact, hit that chopper to third, he beat it out. So ball outside there, and if you issue a walk here to Hudson Mullen, that's a run scored for the Eagles with the bases being loaded. And before Logan Brucher even saw a single pitch, they made that decision to walk him. So Hudson Mullen looking to make them pay here for the Eagles. And strike called. Little hesitation there from the umpire, but Torbett with the and that will get through the third baseman, and 2 runs are going to score for the Eagles as they go up 3-0. Dominic Camacho and Zach Talbert crossing home plate. And the third baseman unable to make that play. And they're going to say Mullen, they're going to call it a ground rule double. And intentionally walking Brucher will not pay off as Hudson Mullen makes them pay with a ground rule double. And now a pinch runner coming on for him as Carter Bowersox up next. Still just 1 out.
First baseman, Carter Bowersox.
Apparently they're going to say that was just a single from Mullen. As the runner has to go back to first base, but Brucher still on third nonetheless. An RB opportunity for Carter Bowersox.
One away. Runners at the court. Bar shot. Guilty.
So yeah, so kind of learning exactly how the brackets go for high school baseball here. So you got this is the for the folks at home and for myself as well, for both of us really. We
I
got
haven't looked at the bracket at all, so
yeah, because I kind of had to learn because I didn't know it was double elimination. That's something new
and the runner
that I had to
going,
learn.
and he'll get to second base, and it's ball 1 to Carter Bowersox.
But yeah, learning how the bracket goes. We're in lower district 6 here for the double elimination for the first round. So the winner of tonight's game will go on to place the winner of Lake City or Loris.
Bowersox getting the bunt down and an RBI sacrifice. Scores Logan Brucher. It advances the runner to third. Eagles now lead 4-0. And a great piece of hitting from Bowersox there. Executed his job perfectly. Now Jaden Andrews coming to the plate. 2 outs here. Still that runner on third. RBI opportunity for Jaden Andrews. As he sends that one. And it'll be caught by the center fielder for the third out. Eagles at 3 runs in the bottom of the third.
We go to 4. Eagles 4. Indians 0. He's out. Indians number 2. Chance Jennings.
Chance Jennings up to the plate for the Indians. And strike 1. That ball sent out to right field. Thomas Purdy is under, and he'll make the catch for the first out.
Jennings runs out 1 away. That is number 9. Matt Edwards.
Now Matt Edwards coming to the plate for the Indians. Strike 1 to Matt Edwards. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for the second out. Where Malcolm Webb had a quick fly out to right field. It was caught by Thomas Purdy. And a strikeout there. That one fouled off. Strike one. Sam Woodyard now at the plate for the Indians. 1-1 to count. Strike two. Fired in from Webb. And ball two. Evens the count 2-2.
Go, Sam, drive it.
And strike three called. Webb gets out of the inning with back-to-back strikeouts in a 1-2-3.
Number 3, Taylor Roberts. Leading off for the Eagles.
Now Chase McKelvey coming to the plate for the Eagles. And Gilbert with a pitching change, it appears. It's like Callum Roberts going to be on the mound now. And ball one to Chase McKelvey with Thomas Purdy on deck. And ball two way outside. Second base and the out. Great defensive play there for Gilbert.
1 point Twins. 1 away. Right field over the six. Thomas Purdy.
And now Thomas Purdy. That was Ethan Etheridge making the play at second base. Great defensive plays on, did a little bit of the splits there, pop up and throw and just in time to get McKelvey out. Now Thomas Purdy with 1 out. So let's see if he'll look to bunt first pitch, as he so often does. And he will not. He'll take strike 1. Not even swinging the bat on that pitch. And ball low there. Strike 2 from Callan Roberts. 1 and 2 to count to Purdy. Dominic Camacho on deck. And good job by Purdy laying off there to even the count at 2 and 2. That one outside from Callum Roberts.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to keep it. Looks like Lake City does have a live stream. I mean, a game changer set up, but it looks like the game possibly was delayed. So we'll see what happens there. The score has not been updated. So yeah, they come in. They're 4-1 in their last 5 games as Lake City. So
That pitch just barely not hitting Dominic Camacho. And strike 1 there. Count 2 and 1 to Dominic Camacho. Had a nice hit in his first plate appearance. So he'll foul that one. And fouling that one off to the left side to stay alive. And the Gilbert fans in the background are upset about that call, but full count to Camacho. He sends that one out in the right field, and it'll be caught for the 3rd out. And that strike call, or no strike call, excuse me, will not matter.
snack bar, snack bar, snack bar. It's about time for some Skittles.
And that's going to bring us back around to the top of the fifth. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right on back. Welcome back, everybody, to the top of the fifth inning here on Beaufort's own. First game of the South Carolina 3A District 6 state playoffs here, or the state playoffs District 6 pool play here, the double elimination.
Yeah, and swinging a miss from Calvin Roberts there. The strike fired in for Webb, and Roberts coming out of that scoreless inning, making his first appearance on the mound. And now see if he can do something at the plate as he finds himself down 0-2 in the count. That one rocketed to the first base side, foul ball. Saw Carter Bowersox trying to reach out for that, but winded up going foul.
Go, Callum.
Count even at 2-2 to Callum Roberts. Good takes here after starting down 0-2 in the at-bat. And he'll send that one out to right field. Thomas Purdy under and makes the catch easily for the first out.
Purdy brings it in. 1-0.
Go, Cooper.
Purdy's been pretty reliable out there in right field for the Eagles and makes yet another play for the out.
Yeah, like I said, other than that, one drop so far, everything that's popped up has pretty much been, caught by the Eagles out there.
Yeah, they definitely have a great trio out there. Sometimes you see Jane Andrews out there as well, in center field or sometimes left field, depending on. But tonight he's DHing. They got that trio: Purdy, Talbert, and Brucher out there. It's playing very consistently defensively. And strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. Cooper James looking to get something going offensively for the Indians, still with that 0 on the scoreboard. Ball 2 there, so call time, step out for a couple seconds, steps back in to the batter's box. And strike 2 evens the count at 2-2 for Malcolm Webb. And pitching very well tonight. So far, 4 scoreless innings, trying to increase that to 5 here. Already has 1 out. And the ball outside runs the count full.
so far, though. Some good pitching. And how many bases, how many runners on base really have they had, so far this game? Not too many. That one tapped off to the left base. Thrown to first.
McKelvey with a great arm strength there, and Bowersox nice pick at first base for the second out. And Eagles defense playing very well behind Malcolm Webb, their starting pitcher.
The 14, Sam Williams.
Swing and a miss for strike one.
Come on, coach.
That one's sent. That'll get through the right field. And a single. Gilbert needed that. It looked like it was going to be another 1, 2, 3 inning. But Cooper James, or Crew Morris, excuse me, able to get that hit there. Now Scott Hardy at the bottom of the lineup, batting ninth, trying to extend this inning, turn that lineup over to the top of the order. And Gilbert kind of has to capitalize on those opportunities. They haven't had very many base runners tonight with the way Malcolm Webb has been pitching. Every time they've got a runner in scoring position, the Eagles have been able to get out of it. As that one popped up first base side, foul territory, and Bowersox makes the catch. And the single won't lead to anything other than just register as a hit in the box score. And that's 5 scoreless innings for Malcolm Webb, heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Now, for the Eagles, number 12, Zach Talbot.
Zach Talbot leading off for the Eagles as they turn their lineup over. Walking up to the notorious BIG is number 12. Looking to extend that Eagle lead in the bottom of the 5th. Already up 4-0, but first pitch swinging, fouls that one off to the right side. Callum Roberts still on the mound for the Indians through a scoreless 4th inning. Fouled off again to the right side. Zach Talbot now down 0-2. And ball one.
Count all even at 2-2.
And Talbot able to send that one out to left field. And after being down 0-2, he rallies for a single. And now Mason Connolly will make his way to the plate.
Second baseline. Baseline. Family.
And caught in a rundown is Zach Talbert. And he'll be tagged out. And that's the second time this game that the Eagles have been caught in a rundown. First there's Mason Connolly. And now Zach Talbert caught in the rundown, unable to get out of it. Quick out. Erases that single just like Connolly back in that first inning. And squaring up to bunt and pulling back. And now count 1-1. There's a swing and a miss there from Connolly. And Logan Brucher on deck. And that's going to get down to left field. And a long single for Mason Connolly is Gilbert able to get the throw in. And now Logan Brucher with Connolly on first base will make his way to the plate. And had the throw not gone in so quickly there, it could have been a double for Mason Connolly, but great defense by the Indians to get that ball in. Now number 11, Logan Brucher, the lefty, stepping into the batter's box. Roberts delivers the pitch. Connolly has to be careful here, trying to get a lead. Can't go too soon to be noticed by the pitcher, get caught in another rundown. And Logan Brucher is going to ground to double play. And that gets Colin Roberts out of the inning scoreless. And what looked promising started off the single of Zach Talbert, but then he got tagged out in the rundown. And Connolly followed that up with a single of his own, but Brucher hit into the double play, erases any chance of Beaufort adding on to their lead. Now head to the top of the sixth. Be curious to see if they still let Malcolm Webb continue on the mound. He's pitched 5 scoreless innings.
The rally going.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the top of the sixth inning here on Beaufort's Own. Starting off with a hit for Gilbert. That's going to make it through the line. And a strong start.
Webb's still on the mound with 5 scoreless innings so far, but leadoff single there. Good job by Camacho knocking it down, though. Obviously he wasn't able to get the throw off to first base, but able to keep it in the infield to limit it to just a single. But nice piece of hitting there for Gilbert Indians. They needed that. The hits have been very few for them tonight. And still at that 0 on the scoreboard, trying to just put some runs on the board this inning.
And as we get to the top of the sixth inning, looks like we've got more viewers here on the stream. So don't forget, let us know where you're watching from. We got Mr. Chris Jones watching from Tampa, Florida. Anybody else, let us know where you're watching from, who you're a fan of, who your favorite player.
Webb checking the runner over there at first base. He creeps out to a couple-step lead. And now at the pitch, that one way inside, almost hitting him there for a ball 1. Surprised he didn't try to lean into that pitch there just to give him another base runner. That one inside again for ball 2.
So you spent too much time worrying about first base. You hear the fans in the background. Stop worrying about the guy on first base. Let's go ahead for a pitch. Now you got a mound visit out here. Talked to Woods here at the top of the sixth inning, and it's surprising to see him. Usually he gets out by the fifth, or usually the sixth inning he winds up putting one of the other guys in, Bauer Sox or Talbert on the mound.
Yeah, it looks like, they're going to stick with Webb, having confidence in him. He's played great so far to this point. Got to trust him to get out of this jam if you're the coach.
Where they fall apart.
And finally a strike there. 3-1.
So let's see if he has another comeback in him. Etheridge trying to will this team back, and he's going to take the hit.
And see Coach Monahan come back out again. And it's runners on first and second, no outs. See Coach looking to make a pitching change, but Malcolm Webb has definitely pitched very well up until this point. 5 scoreless innings. Obviously leaves 2 runners on base as he checks out, but Eagles just trying to regroup and limit the damage. Get out of this inning scoreless if at all possible. For Gilbert, this is their chance, knocking the Beaufort's elite starting pitcher out. And with runners on first and second, no outs, just trying to finally break that 0 on the scoreboard, score some runs.
Yeah, and speaking of, I was just saying, I was like, you're surprised to see Woods in the game, on the mound this far. And just right after that, a couple of pitches already. Here comes Talbert on the mound. He's going to go to base, and Jaden Andrews now making his way to the outfield for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Zach Talbert is interesting enough. I was actually looking at matchups the other day, and he leads the team in earned run average with a 1.54. And in baseball, the lower the better.
Right.
So that's pretty impressive of him. Number 12 getting it done on the mound, trying to limit the damage here. Preserve this lead for Beaufort.
Yeah, and you got to think how great that is with a 1.54, and the MLB record is like a 1.8. So, granted, this is high school, baseball, and you're not talking about the major leagues here where you got a different class of hitters you're going against up there in the majors, but a couple points below the MLB record, so that's good for Talbot, and especially coming in for relief.
Nobody else. Jennings. And here we go.
Talbert with his first pitch and a swing and a miss. Chance Jennings, an RBI opportunity here. Still no outs as he sends that one out in the right field and foul. Purdy trying to run as fast as he could over there and unable to get to it. Now the count 0-2. And they're going to say he held up there on the check swing in 1 and 2. Ball 2. Now they count even at 2 and 2. And strike 3. And the umpire a bit emphatic with that strike call there.
Right.
Love to see that one. They just pull it back and let it rip.
But I said baseball, they know him as an ump, and I played football. He was coaching when I was in high school, so I know him as Coach Millen. He's always been an emphatic kind of guy. But now here, you can see a little bit more passion in the baseball side.
I love seeing the passion from the umpires. And that's a big first out for the Eagles.
Number 6, Hudson Schallenberg.
Runners on the corner for Gilbert. Ball number 2 for Talbot.
Yeah, now good opportunity to get that first run in the game with that runner on first. Anything in play as long as the runner doesn't go home. Beaufort's able to make a play. We already saw one runner thrown out at the plate earlier on in this game. Mullen was able to apply the tag. Strike 2 from Zach Talbert. Now 2 and 2 the count. And strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zach Talbert.
said walking them out, throwing them down is Talbot on the
He
mound.
came in with no outs, and obviously inherited 2 base runners from Malcolm Webb, but he's locked in on the mound right now. 2 strikeouts in a row. Looking to try and get out of this inning scoreless for Beaufort. Gilbert trying to finally score their first run of this game. And that pitch pops up. 3 Eagles defenders over, and the catch is made. And a 0 put up by Zach Talbert in relief. Unbelievable. Gilbert leave 2 runners stranded. They had no outs and runners on first and second. They're unable to score.
But I said, well, you came up, you mentioned it, the low ERA for Talbot, and he comes in and shows exactly what he's capable of, just coming in and the relief duties for Davis Woods and coming in and just striking out 3 batters after getting 2 runners on base.
Yeah, and he got 3 strikeouts in a row there to close out that inning. So great job by him. Showing why he's the team leader in earned run average for a reason. Hudson Mullen leading off the inning for the Eagles. Still up 4-0, looking to extend that lead. And first pitch swinging, and he'll line that one straight out to center field. A quick first out. Now Carter Bowersox.
But yeah, you definitely can see the power on Hudson Mullen so far. I think every ball he's hit is going out there into the
Yeah.
outfield.
Now Bowersox will step into the batter's box. And that pitch nowhere close for ball 1. And swing and a miss for strike 1. Now even at 1-1 now to Bowersox. That one out in the right field. And what a play. Over the shoulder catch there.
A little bit of the Odell Beckham-esque catch right there.
Now Jaden Andrews. Gilbert looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning. Try and get back into it in the top of the 7th. And ball one. Nowhere close there from Callum Roberts. Swing and a miss from Andrews. Makes the count 1-1. Ball two there from Callum Roberts. Now ball three, 3-1 hitters count to Jaden Andrews. Chase McKelvey on deck should Andrews end this inning. Looking to get on base here. And he'll send that one straight up to out to right field. And will be caught for the third out in a quick 1-2-3 inning. Now Gilbert in the top of the seventh with one last chance to get back into this game. Be interesting to see if they leave Talbert on the mound for the Eagles.
Yeah, there's their last opportunity. They gotta get some points on the board, and they gotta get them fast. They they don't want to get in a situation where they get too many outs early. So and then they left runners on the bags last time, and they definitely can't afford to do that this time. one more inning left for them to do some damage here.
Yeah, it looks like it will be Talbert trying to close out this game after Malcolm Webb put in 5 solid innings of shutout ball. And Talbert put up a 0 of his own, trying to keep this game scoreless.
Welcome back, everybody. We're live here on Beaufort's own top of the seventh inning, game one, 2023 South Carolina High School Baseball State Playoffs. Lower District 6 part of the bracket for the double elimination. Zach Talbot on the mound for the Eagles and the relief duties for Davis Webb, trying to end the game here, already up 4-0. Gilbert, last chance for a comeback here, top of the seventh.
Ball two from Talbot there. Count now 2-1. That one
Cranked in the middle and caught.
Logan Bircher switching to center field, making that catch as Jade Andrews took his spot in left field and first out there for Zach Talbot, looking to close this game out.
Got Unicorns Let's Go in the chat. That's my boss, Mr. Lee Island there with the comment, loving the new camera from the outfield. I love it too.
What's not to love about it? It looks so clean. Props to you for getting that and setting that up. every game we come out here. I always walk past, setting it up out there. So just showing the commitment to providing the best angle possible, best view to the fans, and it's just really cool to look at. Even me just sitting here as that one's over the right side. Purdy, they're gonna say he's not able to make that catch.
With the diving catch towards the gate, that would have been amazing. That would have definitely been a highlight reel catch.
I was about to
there.
say, had he caught that, I probably would have, been screaming about that one. But they're gonna say that one hit the ground. Tremendous effort from him over there in right field, running all the way into foul territory.
But yeah, I love the new camera setup. The hardest part about setting it up is just getting off the ladder, because it's up there on the fence. So I climb up there, I set it up, I set it to the perfect angle, but I also have the ladder kind of leaning on the fence when I set it up, so that when I climb down the ladder and I take the pressure of the ladder off, it kind of tilts. So I have to tilt it. I have to set it a little bit off, and then hope when I pull that ladder off that it sits in that right spot. 2-1 the count. In favor, Cooper James.
Yeah, 3-1 hitters count, and if he draws a walk here, Gilbert would have to be happy about that. Just looking for base runners. That one fouled off. Now a full count. Zach Talbert looking to get out number 2 for the Eagles. And a shot out in the left center field, and Jaden Andrews will get that for the second out. And the Gilbert Indians down to their final out here. It's do or die for them. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Talbot with the pitch. And grounded to the second baseman, Mason Conley, and he'll make the throw and the shutout win for the Eagles.
Yeah, and they're going to get the dub here, holding on against Gilbert, winning out in convincingly that 4-0 fashion for the first game here in the lower district here. They got another game here before they move on to the next round. They're going to go ahead and play the winner of Lake City and Loris, and give a moment to try to see if I can get an update on that game, see if that game changer ever got started for them. And it did not. So their game changer still showing 0-0. So no score on that game yet. But they'll play the winner of Lake City versus Loris here in the next game. We'll take game number 1 for them to move on to the next round. But want to appreciate everybody for tuning in here tonight on Beaufort's Own. Your final score 4-0 Beaufort. Don't forget we'll be live for softball tomorrow night. So don't forget to join us for that live stream. Once again, my name is Javon Livingston. Alongside me has been Thomas Erdell. Everyone have a